Speaking practice. Topic is story. Tell me about a story you heard in your childhood. Any story.
Many story I heard. I was here. Only
Okay.
heard. In my childhood, there is simple story about a crow. That there is a crow. He wants to drink water. Then he find.
What will? Good.
He would,
Okay, you continue. Later I will mention it.
Then he find we can say cup of
It. Not he. It.
it find a cup of water, but it is half filled. Then he add some stones in it. Then water will rise. Then
Okay.
he drink and go away.
Okay. So that is the story you are telling about
Yes,
your past.
yes.
If you are consider it into present, then you are to use first verb everywhere or a will first verb. So you said it drink, not drink, drinks. In present, it will be used. Okay. Now step by step I would ask you a question and try to answer every question. Now I would ask you question one by one. So what that story was? I am asking in the past. Try to reply in past only. Past tense. What was the story about?
There was a crow. He was.
It was.
It was very thirsty.
It
Wanted to find the water, any source of water. Then it was
finally found.
Finally founded a mug of water, but it was full half. It is filled. It was filled only half. Then he used their mind, or we can say
Stone.
it sense to grab the stones and add it to the water. Then water came up. Then he wanted. Then he drank the water. Drank the water. This is all about the story that I heard. The moral of the story is was, we can say, is because we are in
Where there is a will, there is a way.
yes, or always we use our sixth sense, so we can say mind, correct mind of self.
Okay. Who told you about that story and what was your age at that time?
My mother tell about the story.
Told.
My mother told that about the story, like she wanted to learn
Taught me. She wanted to teach me. Okay, present.
teach me about the teach me about the teach me about how we deal with this situation.
And what was your age at that time?
My age is 8 years old.
Is or was?
Was 8 years old, but today I am only 18.
Okay. What other stories do you remember from your childhood? Now the question is related to present.
Many stories we can say I remember, but I remembered about half stories, not like full, like you can say. One story I remember that there is a dog who have a piece
There
of.
is
there,
or was?
There was a dog. It has a piece of meat. Then had a piece of meat. Then he gone to
it.
It went to like a river, we can say, a lake. Then it sees in the water, saw in the water that there was one more dog to have
Had.
had one more piece of
One.
meat. Then
Okay.
he barked. Then it barked.
It started barking.
Started barking. The you can say the piece of meat is also go down in the water.
Okay.
At the end, he
Fall down
in the
inside
water,
the water.
Inside the water. At the end,
It.
it there is not, we can say, there is not food for it.
Okay. Listen. If you have kept any pet inside your home, then you would consider that pet as a he or she. But if you are talking about any random animal, then you are to mention it as a subject. Now, when I am asking you any question, you are to listen the formation of the question. If the format that question making is in the past tense, then answer me in the past. If question is related to present, or it could be in the future, then you are to answer at that pattern. Now, next question is that why stories are told to children?
My point of view is the main reason to tell the children about the stories, to tell them the moral, you can say, moral educates about it, but it tells in be told in indirect but not direct.
Okay.
Stories to told we have a moral, like every story we can say have a good moral and the ending is
Have or
best.
has?
Has a good moral, we can say. Or then that's why the story is tell the truth.
Mostly who are expert in telling stories?
In my town, you can say elder peoples are used to experienced to telling the stories, or have good sense to convey their message in the form of stories.
Okay. Do you think storytelling method is the good method to teach someone anything?
I think not,
Reason?
because if we tells all things tell all the things directly, then it is easy way to learn. But if we tell indirectly, like in the form of stories or another thing, then it be some difficulty to learn.
But don't you think that things are mentioned directly are not followed the way? When they are formed into any story, then they accept it.
Now, every coin have two faces. Like that in every case we can say some are good things and some are bad things.
So what you would say about the movies? Movies are also story.
But in today's, you can say, current time, it is a business.
Okay.
That's why it going on.
Okay. Rather than school syllabus, tell some another stories which were told to you related some religious stuff or some any another stuff from your family member or neighbor or kid. They used to do some stories when they are alone. They are just making their own stories.
The story that like there is a one person whose name is Ram and Shyam, and they are very good friends.
Okay.
Then their father give that one stick to break.
Try.
One sticks, both one to
Break the stick.
break the sticks.
And
after
it
that,
was easy?
It was easy. At the end, the sticks were very heavy, we can say, or very hard to break. Then they are both use their strength. Then
They could do so.
They could do so.
They were able to do so.
At the end, the moral of the story is like if we are together, we have more power than